how can you tell if you're being influenced by something on the astral plane, right? So we got to understand what the astral plane is and how it's connected to Earth. The astral plane is another version of Earth in a sense. It is connected to Earth, right? As above, so below. It affects what goes on in the physical, but we also affect what goes on in that aspect as well. So how can you tell if you're being influenced by, say, a spirit, a demon, right? In Christianity, right, they call it demons or angels, right? In Gnosticism, we call it thought forms, right? Same thing, different time periods. That's all, right? So no matter how you want to look at it, you can, if you think you got angels around you, then you got some thought forms. If you feel like you got some demons, you know what I'm saying? But you got to understand that your demons, now this is where it gets interesting, right? Kind of took a little bit to get this, but your demons are really you. And they're like how I like look at it, like if I wouldn't say fear. You could say fear, right? If fear is gonna like when you go into that black hole, when you walk into that abyss, you could say, you know what I'm saying? And when you walk into the abyss, you're gonna meet with what you are, not character, because it's not about character. Once you go into that plane, what you do down here ain't got nothing to do with it, right? Ain't got nothing to do with it at all. It's based on what your fears are, you know what I'm saying? And as you know, you trace back your fears from childhood. And so whatever you fear, that's what's going to show up. Whatever your, if it's an addiction, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, you know what I'm saying? I battled with addiction in the past, right? People that I associated with battled with addiction, you know what I'm saying, in the past, right? We didn't understand really why we were battling with it. Some people say you have a spirit on you that's causing you that, right? It could be that, you know what I'm saying? But also it could be that I had some unmet needs that needed to be met that just didn't get hit. And you may have the same aspect of that if you dealt with addiction. If not, it may be something else. But regardless of it, it's going to show up. And when it shows up, it's going to look ugly and scary. Because if you were to look at, if you have like physical pain in your leg, how does that pain manifest itself, say, as a demon or as some type of figure of a face, right? So imagine that. That's what's going to appear. So when we go through these journeys and we're walking through this stuff and we're seeing this, you only meet yourself. So you got to always remember that, right? You only meet yourself. I'm not saying that it's safe. I'm not saying that you need to be scared either, right? I'm just saying whatever you believe, it's Jesus, it's Buddha, you know what I'm saying? If it's Horus, right? Whatever you tap into, rather, you know what I'm saying? If it's Lakshmi, if it's Darga, whatever you tap into, you can use that to wield your way through what you need to get through.